Hey everyone, welcome to day 4 of our 30-day countdown in May here to the new program updates. I'm your host, D3 from BrightIdeasScouting.com. And today I want to talk to you, and for the next 4 days, we're going to kind of break down what does it take to do the rank. We talked before that it's 7 adventures, each adventure taking 3 meetings to complete. After they complete the adventure, they get a belt loop or a pin, depending as to rank. But these next 5 days, I want to kind of tell you more about each of the adventures for each of the ranks. So today we're going to talk about just the Tiger. Now the Tigers have 6 required and 1 elective requirement to go through. And so in those electives, there are 13 that you can choose from. But let's break down the required first. The first one, if you just follow the book and go right through, and I'd recommend you do, it's pretty well thought out and thought through as to how to execute. The first one is the backyard jungle. And this is really teaching the boys to look at nature, look at what's around them, and that you don't need a big fancy hike or anything, that the backyard or a local park or the back of the church, wherever you meet, that's going to be just a good enough. So starting to take a much closer look at the things we might take for granted that are around us. Next, it's the games that Tiger plays. And we're starting to talk about team games. And we're starting to introduce very loosely at this point the idea of nutrition and good snacks and stuff. Next, in requirement 3 is Team Tiger. And this is really serving on a team. We've moved from sports to now the team of your family, doing chores at home, and also the team of the community around you and doing a service project. As we talked about before in the adventures, we said that the new requirements are much more active than passive in the past. You're going to start to see that the boys are going to do a lot more. Get off your seat, get out of the room, and get outside. The fourth one is Tiger Bites, where we go into much more detail, still basic. Remember, these are tigers. We're talking about nutrition as well as personal hygiene. From there, we go into Tigers in the Wild. And this is a hiking and outdoor ethics. Now, one of the things a lot of people were concerned about is when the sports and athletic belt loops went away, that all that fun was lost. We said before, that information has all been baked right into the program. So what you're looking at here, broadly speaking, is the hiking belt loop and learning about the outdoor ethics patch. And so those 2 things that we had in the past, that's kind of what we're looking at here. And the 6th requirement that we'll see through all of the ranks, is a duty to God. And at this point, it's a very simple, what is God? What is our thoughts about God? And then attending some sort of worship. That could be attending a local church or synagogue or even an outdoor event. It doesn't have to be a formal church service or anything. So those are the 6 requirements that are needed for the Tiger rank. Let's go through some of the 13. I won't go through all 13. All of you are more than capable of reading. We'll have links here to what the requirements are and stuff in this show notes. But a couple of them that I like. Curiosity, intrigue, and magical mysteries. Boys start to learn about magic, but also about science as well. We see a few things from the science belt loop brought into this and stuff. And so showing the science and the magic of what's around us. Family stories. This is talking about doing a family tree and some of the stuff from the heritage belt loop and that. Boats and floats. This is water safety, and you get to build a boat. A boat out of recycled stuff. How much fun are tigers going to have building a boat? Now, we still have to talk about water safety and stuff, but that's cool. Good nights. Not N-I-G-H-T, but knights, like knights of the round table. You build a crest, and we learn about bravery and stuff. So that will be a very fun one. Rolling tigers. This is very close to the bicycling belt loop. So you see right away, just with tigers, we're already dealing with a lot of belt loop information. Tiger is safe and smart. This is fire and home safety. And then tiger tails. This is, I think, going to be one of the most popular ones, in my own opinion, because it's the art of storytelling. And I could easily see this as a part of a winter camp or a spring camporee or a fall camp where the pack is out together, they're sharing stories, they're learning old folklore, they're learning about songs around the fire. This would be a perfect place for something like that. So if you're doing any sort of pack activities that would involve a nighttime bonfire or something, definitely take a look at the art of storytelling here in Tiger Tales. So that's just some of my favorites of the electives. There's 13. You only have to do one because you remember that it only takes seven requirements to get your rank. Now, can a scout do all 13? Absolutely, he can. How many belt loops will he get? 19. 6 for the required and 13 for the electives. But just, for the rank, it's 6 of the required and just 1 of those 13. So, until tomorrow, learn everything you can, share everything you know, live by the Scout Oath and Scout Law. See you tomorrow.